Today I'm going to take you on a little thing, and we're at a famous house. There's a famous architect called Frank Lloyd Wright. He built houses that were like Art Deco, modern looking houses back in the 20s and 30s. Very famous guy. Well, apparently this house is very famous, but the deal about this video is it's about how old money disappears. Old mansions disappear, and then somebody else comes in now and rebuilds it to back what, its old glory days. This house was built in 1929. It was designed, architect was Frank Lloyd Wright, for the guy that owned the Tulsa Tribune, 1929. And this house was a showcase at the time, and somebody bought it for like close to $2.5 million now, and the house needs a lot of work. But back in the day, this was the place where parties and big money met. It's about 10,500 square feet. In the description of the video, I'll put a link to maybe some photographs of what it was, or there was a newspaper article about this. I'll put a link to it if you're interested. But I'm going to switch this around, and we've done probably 14 stumps already. We've got 2 big ones left to go. I'll just walk around the property and let you see it. Let me switch the camera around. Alright, it's got a gigantic lawn, but I'm going to walk around to the front. This is the side. House is made out of block and glass. That's how it was. I think he built some more in California, but this design was the block design he had. Let's hold up while we go past these pressure washers working. We're working on another stump, but this will be the last stump we got to do. It's a big old sycamore. Here's the front entrance. See, block and glass. Yesterday, we started popping out all these smaller stumps. They were like 24 inches or whatever. Crepe myrtles and sycamores. But weird design, very Art Deco-ish. The house goes on and on, so we're going to walk around so you can see. This is the great thing about being a stump grinder. You get to see stuff. Talked to the new owner yesterday, very nice man, the developer, very well off. And you can see houses get old, they fall apart. All this was custom made. Each one of these pieces of glass will have to be changed. It's all got metal framework. Look at this, block with glass, block with glass. But this is the area I'm going to take you to that no one gets to see. If this area could talk, you'd imagine what it would tell you. This was a newspaper tycoon's house. All right. Staircase to the roof, to another balcony up there. This is the area that no one else gets to see. This was one of the entertainment areas. Swimming pool, ponds. This is the courtyard behind the house. House is built around. Good Lord, that's a deep pool too. Has Olympic signals on it. I guess who knows. And then I don't know what this was here. It used to maybe, who knows, water went from there down spilt over this way, ran into the pool, like a little waterfalls. I still got this garden going. It's a, koi pond. This guy's inside working now. This is I don't know what's in this part of the house. Might have been a guest or servant area, but it's got a gigantic sub-basement to it too. But here we are in this upper grade, and this was an area you know, I don't see a garage at this house, honestly. But who knows what? Who knows what this originally was, but it's like a big plateau up here. All concrete squares, and who knows what parties were done up here. Who knows what could have been over the top, or what trees used to be here and all. But, you know, I mean, hopefully I'm not boring you guys, but I mean, look at these were all custom made. You know, these were all the lighting for the outside lighting. You know, made out of concrete and metal. Big flower planters. Drainage system, I don't know where it goes. But we're working around another stump my son's doing on this plateau. We're working right around the corner there on another stump, so we got 2 left. 2 big ones, but we'll knock them out. So I'll clean up later. Talk to you later about this. And 1929, this was a show place. Money comes, money goes. Generations. They always say 3rd generation wealth disappears. So anyway, talk to you all a little bit. More quick thing. I found the garages. They were hidden. They're all along the side, this 4-car garage. And they're pulling something out of this garage that's been in this garage for years. 1976 Eldorado convertible. Not a dent on it or anything. It's being transported back to Arkansas. Original owners of this property. You never know what shit to come across every day. Beautiful car. You got the option of cover for the top cover. You don't have the keys to it, or they don't think it'll start. I think some little kids can have start. Beautiful car. Sitting in my garage forever. Anyway, see you back at the house. Well, we're back at the shop. We're cleaned up somewhat. Listen, I built my business by being reliable. Nowadays, being reliable, being prompt, letting your customers know when you're coming. If you can't make the job, if you're overbooked, just text them and tell them that, hey, I'm running behind, or reschedule it. And customers are okay 90% of the time. You're going to lose some customers because they're, let's face it, some people just can't wait. They're, gotta have it. And if that's what it is, you know, it is what it is. You can't multiply yourself and, you know, be everywhere all the time. But like what I do, like I say, I do mostly commercial work. So my commercial contractors get moved first. And I'm blessed because I do that. I'm granted big jobs. I get to go to special places. Today was that property you saw in the video. And a special shout out to Mr. Paul Nozak. He owns the craning company. He does high-end roofs and cranes out trees. He's been sending me work for the last 20 years. And we've developed a good rapport and a great friendship over that. He needs something. I know when he calls me, he needs it done. So I move him up. Before that job where I went to another special place that supposedly it's for sale for $20 million, an old mansion from some old basketball star. So, you know, I take care of contractors, they take care of me. You know, some guys are like, no, you know, I want this price, and by God, if you don't pay me, call someone else. I bend, right? Because I know in this economy, sometimes they make big hits, sometimes they modify their bids. And also the homeowner, the developer that's doing that house. I'll put a short video in from the news of what he's doing. It was a news article came out about, I think he paid $2.5 million. He's a developer. He's going to redo the property, bring it back to its old glory. And so I'm privileged and honored that I worked on the property. And my son's getting a big scope of what's out there in the world, and in between, you know, very wealthy people and the average people. And then, you know, we do jobs for poor people too. We do jobs for everybody. And you know what? My price is the same price for a poor person as it is for a rich person. I have the same price. Whether I go to terrible neighborhood or low income neighborhood, it's the same price as the multi-million-dollar neighborhood. And that's what I built my business on, and people respect me for that. Some people are going to argue with me and all that. You know, you run your business the way you want to run it. That's how I run it, and I've been blessed. Another thing is there's a special show coming up the weekend on November 4th, 5th, and 6th called TCIA. If you can go, it's in Indianapolis, Indiana. If you can arrange to go, whether you're in the lawn business, you're a tree guy, or a stump grinder, or you know, you work in the outdoor world, I would suggest you go, because all the big equipment manufacturers will be there. They'll have equipment there on display, and you know, for the tree guys, it's whatever's new. I mean, everything from chainsaws to carabiners, to have classes there to upgrade your CEUs, to be an arborist. So if you can go, go if it's close by you. All right. The show itself is free. The classes cost if you're a member of TCIA, Tree Care Industry Association. I think that's what the abbreviation stands for. Google it, you'll see it. They'll have all the info for the show on there. The show is, I think, from 9 a.m. to 4 from Friday and Saturday. Anyway, I'll be there Saturday. I'll be around the green teeth guys. I'll be around the bandit people. And just because I have a rapport talking to people on phone, honestly, I've never met them, you know. But it'd be nice to put a, you know, face to the name and, you know, the voice that I've always talked to and stuff. And I hope to meet some of you contractors out there if you recognize me, you know. Might be a little incognito. No, you'll recognize me by the beard and me being a fat bastard. But I'll be there with my brother. He's my mechanical background guy, too. So he's my other set of eyes that looks at things and kind of super takes it apart and, you know, tears it a new rear end. And why did it do this or why did it do that? And it's good because it's got another set of eyes, you know. So bring somebody else that's in your industry with you and, you know, have a good time. And things change. Things come up to date, you know. Give you a little hint. Back when I had a tree service and guys were climbing trees here, they used what's called a tout line hitch. That was the climbing deal. I came back from a school years ago, 20-something years ago, and the new thing was the Blake hitch. And then they had all these other things I came back with on chainsaw safety and felling a tree. They used to, you know, always make your cuts 45, open, you know, to cut a tree down. Well, then I went to that school, everybody's like, no, everything should be open-faced, you know, to where it eliminates what's called barber chair. That's another video I'll show you. If you're a stump grinder, you need to know about the tree world. You really do. That way you understand what they're going through, and then they'll understand what you're going through, and the two industries walk hand in hand, you know. I saw a post today about an old man, a guy giving a price to an old man. The old man would say, hey, I'm on a lower income. You know what? It happens to me all the time. This morning I went to a job. All right. And it was a very old man. He was 80-something years old. And he had a bunch of small stumps around. If I was to measure them out and charge them, it would honestly, it'd probably be a $250, $300 job. My son was with me. By the time he had the machine unloaded and I walked around the property, then I pointed out the stuff to my son, we were there 15 minutes. I charged him $150. I really didn't even want to charge him that because he was that nice of an older man. It's because I had to cover my fuel, my driving expense and fuel. And he was good with it, you know. He was just happy we came, and he was happy with the workmanship we did, you know. My son ground, I did a little raking, a little blowing, quick, bam, bam. Before you know it, the trailer's machine's back on the trailer and we're off. Saturday, we only work half a day, so we did 5 jobs today, you know. I'm blessed, and I want you to be blessed, all right? So grind on, and don't forget to hit the like. Make a comment as long as it's positive or constructive. I like comments. I answer every single one of them you guys comment on. All right, and some of you, there was a guy this week that made very nice comment. He bought an SG40 and started his business, and he put my name down, thanking me for, helping him somewhat, I guess. And you know what? Thank you, my friend. I just want to see everybody succeed in any business you're in. All right. If you're in business, you're going to work harder than you will as an employee. Don't think you're going to open up a business and like some of these YouTube people tell you get rich or whatever, doing this for 1 hour a day or whatever. Maybe there is a freak thing the way some people do, but truly businessmen work harder and longer. But there are rewards for it, okay? I go to bed thinking about the next day, and this job that you saw me do, I went to bed thinking about it, and how I was going to tackle it, and how long would it take us, and kind of like a football coach in my mind. I looking at the play, how it's going to be done. All right, I look at the big picture and then I chop it up. Anyway, don't mean to bore you. Okay, so grind on, be safe. Hope to see you at the TCI show, November 4th, 5th, and 6th, I think it is. Look it up, okay? If you see me, don't be afraid to stop me and say hi, all right? I'd love to see you guys there, all right? And not just for me, but for you to see what's out there from all the different manufacturers. Hell, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to learn something new there too, I guarantee you, because something new happens every year, okay? God bless you. See you at the next one.